and it says at the top, a poem by Ben Hindman written for his homeboy B. Dot, and then there's a picture of us. That's how we're gonna begin this. All right, wish me luck. I got it. Now, right now, we're driving in Brody's Beamer. We're heading to Georgia. We're bumping T.I., our southern rap soldier, and we're headed to Emory. We're crazy psyched. We're sick of A pies. We're headed to where ladies like northerners and maybe kites, but probably not. But we're probably gonna meet Scott, Brody's best man, and back then his best friend. But back then, when Scott had way less estrogen, and hence Ben stepped in to show everyone how fun Brody had become. But I'm a bit surprised on this ride. See, we're not chatting at all. We're just driving and listening, a comfortable pause, and I'm thinking, man, I don't really even know where you're from. All I know is that you like expensive Goten sushi and oddly are afraid of gum, and that you called an ambulance on yourself after taking a shot of rum, and that you collect autographs, and I think that's super dumb. And that when you asked me on this road trip, I spoke before I thought, and I told you I would come, and I should probably stop doing that. But here I am, and I'm hoping this will be fun. And Brody breaks the silence and says, hey man, it's great to hang, man. Dang, man, if I only knew then that one day, man, you'd be my main man. That we travel to strange lands with little to no game plan. That we build businesses and chase dames and share pains and one day raise fam. But right now, we're just gonna cruise like Rain Man. Heading to some party at Emory where an Indian kid threw up on himself. But that was just the beginning. Only the first inning. Brody planned trips that had my head spinning like now. Now we're at Disney playing Kings with the bros. And everyone's got a drink because Nishley did something gross. And now we're in Amsterdam and he's puking on Van Goghs. And now we're in Paris and I'm sleeping with hobos. And now we're at a frat tailgate and we're all rocking polos. And now we're at the K-Pipe House and we're crushing lobster rolls. And now we're at Franz Klammer and we're the king of Colorado. And now we're at Berlin and we're at a hip-hop show. And Biddy's showing like 500 Germans how to crip walk, getting the stage all dirty just like a crip dog. And now we're getting in fights with Parisians, getting pissed off. And Brody's spitting on some dude that's probably named Christoph. Now I'm kissing Dan on the mouth. Wow, lip soft. And Mike's yelling at me while we're walking through London. Hey, Big Ben, TikTok. And now we're in Barcelona getting robbed. And I'm not trying to get ripped off. And can you believe that every single girl is commenting on Ariel Nishley's big... But what trips those were, man. What trips those were. All because of you, Brody. Our thoughtful, consistent Elmer's glue. Using memories and moments to bind together our crew. Ask anyone in this room and they'll tell you it's true. These prime cuts are what cooked this group all the way through. Fast forward. Now we're in DC, trying our damnedest to start a tour company. And this shit is way harder than planned. To get our licenses, we need to pass a tour guide license exam. I mean, I'm trying to get this license, but damn, a 10-week course with only 10 days to cram? But Mr. West Wing does the best thing. Study for 10 days without resting, eating nothing but frozen chicken, breast and wings. He puts me on his back and we ace that damn test thing. Well, actually we got a 75. Well, he did, I got a 70, but that was plenty. We're in biz, bro. Now it's time to make this biz grow.
Oh.
It's fine, I'm still going, come on. But there lies the problem. See, next I need to learn the script. And for months I can't learn it. And Brody won't let me give tours till I get it perfect. And that was hard for me. Truly, because I couldn't get it and I felt embarrassed. But actually, it happened to be one of the most important things that ever happened to me. You see, by Brody making me deliver the script how he wrote it exactly, I learned that it's important that we teach history accurately. And that it's important that sentences be correct grammatically. And that words aren't real just because you say them passionately. But you see, truly, by staying strict and coaching me, but doing it compassionately, Brody taught me how to speak, give me a voice, without taking the passion from me. And after 3 short months, I'm giving tours. I'm dropping knowledge on tourists. I'm dazzling kids on field trips. I'm mystifying Midwesterners, and I'm racking up crazy tips. Like that's the Capitol building, and that's the Treasury. Soldiers died in Vietnam, 58 to 53. Abraham Lincoln was super tall. Maya Lin made that wall. This is the National Mall. I can walk backwards, just don't fall. And sir, don't argue with me. The tour guide knows all. Tip, please. And all that was accurate. That was true. I looked that up. I couldn't remember. All right. And the next 2 years went by in a flash. We bought an absurd number of ice cream sandwiches, and we paid all of our rent in cash. And we leave DC, and about 5 years pass to now. Now I'm with Brody on a rooftop in LA. And Brody and I are sitting back and we're sipping rosé. And I'm visiting, and I probably haven't touched base in a while, but that's okay. You see, when we see each other, the energy is the same as back when we met in school. All we do is drop it off and pick it back up, like the 5-minute rule. He leans over and says, dude, New York is hectic, but Cali is hella cool. And I'm like, all right, so you're gonna be here forever? And he's like, probably. And I'm like, word. But I'm not worried, because after all this time, that guy sitting there in many respects is the exact same. For instance, he's still not totally potty trained. And he still cries and yells when he loses at board games. And he's still mildly addicted to craps games. And he still wears 2 t-shirts most of the time, and that's lame. But despite that, a lot has changed. And this last year was one of mad pain. In the groin, in the heart, and definitely in that brain. You see, last year, obstacles was his first, middle, and last name. And you see, Brody likes to attack every problem the exact same. He focuses on understanding it and conquering it till it literally makes him insane. And that last name, man, that pushed him to evolve and express more than a fast train. Sometimes making local stops at Poor Decision Avenue and Bad Habit Lane, which is actually Brody's middle name. But West Coasting looks good on this dude. And what's that? He's talking about another girl too? A girl back east with the right attitude? I'm gonna brush this one off like, terrific, man, that's good for you. And we talk about Spanish and politics and circumcision, which is a typical afternoon for us too. Fast forward to now. Now I'm on a very white couch, and with absolutely perfect measurements, in a room with ceilings taller than an elephant, and a stack of fancy magazines that imply intelligence, and something about this room just screams casual yet elegant. Hashtag cool envy. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, I really hope I don't break anything. And Brody comes downstairs, and he's wearing pleated slacks. Listen up. Brody comes downstairs, and he's wearing pleated slacks and no-shows, loafers, and a fresh linen shirt. And I'm like, damn, bro, fresh clothes. And he nonchalantly says to me, hey, can I make you an espresso? And I look up confused, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Oh, whoa, what's that? That's a smile on his face. Brody's smiling to himself, and he's not even counting the points that he earned on Chase. And then there it is. I mean, I should say, there she is. She floats downstairs like a feather. His princess, but better. He looks at her in the eyes like he used to look at Mayweather. And And she floats into his arms, and they kiss, and it's Dorbs, and it's abundantly clear that they had sex right before, and she floats off. And I see in his eyes, he's found the one. Holy cow, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. And he tells me, dude, I'm thinking about making some vows, and that he plans to raise a family in this very house. And that he loves her so much, and I can't help but feel proud. I mean, this guy went through hell before pulling an angel out of the cloud. He looked for her for longer than she knows, and she's finally found a classy girl who's not afraid to laugh out loud, whose friends are amazing and welcome him into their crowd. So incredibly proud, he shows her off to everyone in town, and she has more brains than even he was endowed, and she pushes and pulls him in ways that he has never, ever allowed. And she likes him just as much, which means that she has terrific taste. And I hear my mom Nancy's voice in my head saying, Brody, that is so great. But then the right now stops me in my track, and I look around this place. You see, time moves so aggressively. I mean, here we are, and that trip to Emory feels like yesterday, but it was mad far. And in a blink, we're gonna be elderly, talking about this night and other peaks of life, and if we could only collect each memory and store them in our treasury and relive the revelry, and this one especially. But when we take the time to remember, we risk missing the moment that we're in presently. So instead, we should all stop and raise a glass and forget about the future. And not worry about the past. Let's swirl up this room of love that you both have amassed and take a big sip of this moment that we've reached at long last. Let's let the magic sit on our tongue and savor every last drop of the sweetness, because we know when it's done that we can never repeat this, but we're gonna hold on to it as long as the clock will allow. Here's to you both. Here's to your love. And here's to now.